Welcome, namaste. My name is Natalie Sari. I'm a kinesiologist and, of course, yoga teacher, here to share the benefits of yoga, a little bit of anatomy and physiology of what's happening in the body, and simple tools for you to apply in your everyday life. This is a segment of episodes regarding the spine. So moving downward from the cervical spine, we'll move towards the thoracic spine, more the upper to mid back region. The spine can be aggravated, or how you can experience pain in your back can come from irritation to the nerves, issues to the tissues, the muscles being strained or pulled or torn, tendons and ligaments affected, and in some cases the bony structure being damaged. It's important for you to understand what's going on in your own body, in your own spine, and if you haven't already, for sure seek some advice from your physician or other therapist to try to determine what's going on, because it can be very complex. As we look at the mid-back, the thoracic region, it consists of 12 vertebral bodies or bones. And the thoracic spine is very different from the cervical spine, the neck, or the low back, the lumbar. The cervical spine is great for movement, holds our head up. The lumbar spine, the low back, is strong and powerful, and it's used, for example, for lifting. But the thoracic spine doesn't have as much movement, and it's delicate in a sense. The thoracic spine also is attached to the rib cage, and this makes up the thoracic cage. And the whole purpose of this is to house and protect our vital organs, our heart and our lungs. Because there is not as much movement in this area, actual injury to the thoracic spine isn't as common as the neck or the lumbar spine. But if there is a muscle issue or disc issue or dysfunction, you can experience pain in this region. We've done some different breathing practices, belly breathing, but today we'll focus on this region, the thoracic cage. If you could please take your hands and wrap them around your ribs, wherever you are, however you're sitting. Sit against the wall or sit against your chair, sit up tall. And see if you can breathe deep down. So you draw the breath down into your belly, you breathe into your belly. Exhale, relax it, and then draw your belly in subtly just to keep a subtle engagement of the core muscles. And as you breathe, the breath has to go somewhere. So it will rise up, it'll expand a little bit more into the ribs, front, as well as into the back. See if you can expand the breath, not only to the front, but also to the sides, into your hands, and even wrapping around into your back. This is called lateral costal expansion. This is a really wonderful practice to do to create space between the rib cage, to open ourselves up in this area that can become very closed, as it's a protective area, protecting our very precious organs. If seated like so is not comfortable, you can also move to a cross-legged position. I'm going to sit on the floor, but if that's not comfortable, you can sit on a block or perhaps sit on a blanket, or if you're sitting in a chair, that's great too. So as you sit, take a moment to notice the length of your torso. So again, this can collapse as gravity takes us forward and our bad habits take us forward from computer work and slouching. Use your inhalation to rise up. See if you can create space and length through the torso. Without lifting your shoulders towards your ears, of course, keep them relaxed. Inhale, create space and length. Expanding into the ribs. Exhale, feel the ribs draw in and relax. Inhale, expand. Exhale, release. Good. Take your hands off to either side of the chair or on the floor. As you inhale, start to lean towards the right side as you exhale. Inhale, center. Grow tall. Exhale, side. Okay, there's different ways we can do this. We could add a little bit of rotation, a twist. Inhale, sit tall. Exhale, twist to the right, hand to the opposite leg. Twisting, but not just through the head and the neck. Twisting more through the thoracic cage today. Come back to center, take a deep breath in. Grow tall. Exhale, twist to the other side. Good. Inhale. Perhaps adding your arms. You could take your opposite arm and reach it back. Inhale. Exhale, other side. Good. Inhale, center. Exhale, relax. So not just the ribs, we're also going to focus on the shoulder blades, the scapula, which are our little wings. So first take a moment to slouch and let them come apart. And then from here, draw them in towards each other, a gentle squeeze. As you move through these two places, exhale forward. Inhale, rise up and gently squeeze. And think of the shoulder blades gently coming apart and opening. And then as you draw them together, they come in and they hug the back of the heart. Leaning back, stretching between them, the rhomboids. And as you draw them in, a gentle squeeze of those muscles, opening the chest, the front body. Now relax. Good. Take your right hand to the side again. This time you'll inhale as you reach up. Reach your left arm up and really lift up and create space and length so that the rib expands, space between the ribs. Good. Slowly release. Switching sides. Inhale, right arm lifts, reach up. Exhale, release. Now, if you have any shoulder injuries and this isn't working for you, you can do the same, just not lifting your arm. Side bending, opening the side of the torso. Something like this. Remembering that the practice is as unique as you are. So moving in a way that suits you, that feels good. Adding a little bit of movement with this. So you'll reach out, maybe you reach your arm up, and then as you exhale, reach forward and create a circular motion, stretching into the back. Reach your right arm up. Reach forward, create a circular motion, half circle. Inhale, sit tall, lift your left. Reach out and around, reaching through the fingers perhaps. Again, sit tall. Rise up. Exhale, reach around. Good. Take your hands slightly behind you. Inhale, open the chest, lift. So you're expanding the ribs on the front side. Exhale, release. Good. We'll move to standing. So take your time to rise up to your feet. Subtle engagement of the core, drawing the navel in towards the spine. Inhale, reach your right arm out and up. Just as you did in seated, a little bit of a lean. Keep pushing into both feet. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, left side. Exhale, down. You may take your hand to the back of your head if you have any shoulder issues or neck issues, and support your head, and maybe even pushing your hips a bit further to the side for this one. Coming back, other side. Good. Come back to center. Hips stay put now. Engage the core. Take a big breath into your rib cage. Exhale, let it go. Keep your hips where they are. Big breath in. Expand the ribs. Exhale, reach back with your right arm. Inhale, center. Exhale, left side. Your hips are going to want to move with you, so try to keep them pointed forward. Take a big breath in. Exhale, reach back. Right arm reaches back. Inhale, center. Exhale, other side. Good. Come back. Big breath in. Exhale, release. Good. You may have a block for some of the next poses. If not, that's okay. Stagger your stance. Line your heels up, or at least with the instep of your back foot. Bending your left knee so that the knee is stacked over the foot. So it doesn't have to be a super deep lunge. That's something you can work into over time. Warrior 2, Virabhadrasana B. Warrior 2, arms are generally out, but if this bothers your shoulder or doesn't feel good, you can even keep them down here slightly. Firm through your feet, strong through the core. Lengthen the torso a little bit more in this pose today and expand out through your arms. Take a big breath in. Exhale, perhaps sink into it a little. And then draw your heels towards center. Draw your awareness towards the center of your body. Lengthen up through the torso. Exhale, expand out through your arms. One more big breath in. Adding movement, this could be a little tricky. Take your time, take a big breath in. Exhale, turn towards the front leg. Inhale, back to Warrior 2. Exhale, twist, and maybe turning a little bit further. Inhale, center. You can bend your arms. You can keep them straight. Exhale to twist. Good. One more. Exhale, rotate around. Inhale, coming back to center. Exhale, release. Lower your arms, straighten the front leg. Repeat on the other side. You can simply pivot your feet so that you have the same distance. Bend the right knee. Stretch your arms out. Connect to your foundation, which is your feet. Draw up the legs. Find your core. Begin to expand out through your arms with a nice long torso. You may even close your eyes for the second side. And notice those little wobbles and shakes. This will increase your proprioception as you practice balancing, connecting to the other sensations other than sight. Take a big breath in, expand into your rib cage. Exhale out your limbs. One more. Good. Open your eyes. Inhale, breath. Exhale, turn towards the front leg. Inhale, center. Back to Warrior 2. Exhale, twist a little further perhaps. Keep your legs solid the entire time. Settle engagement of the core, moving through the thoracic cage. Perhaps start to reach back a little bit further. Big breath in. Exhale, twist. Good, one more. Exhale, rotate around. Inhale, come back to center and release your arms. Press out of your leg. Come to center. Wide-legged position. Generally, a wide-legged position to forward fold is a little bit more approachable than having your legs right underneath you. So you can bend your knees, gaze down at your feet, have your feet parallel so they're not turned out, and bring a little bit more attention to your big toe mound. Take your hands onto your waist. Inhale, lengthen the torso, grow taller. Exhale, begin to fold. Keep that length, and you can bend your knees if needed to come forward. And then at some point you could slide your hands down onto your legs. If you have a block, this is a nice place to use it. You could take your hands onto it and use it for support if this is challenging. Take a moment to move around a little bit, perhaps side to side through the hips, but more so creating length and space through the side body. Once you've loosened your body, your knees can stay bent, or you can straighten them if that's comfortable, but keep them subtly bent. Keep the block directly under your face. Left hand's going to come down and stay down. Right arm reaches out to the side and up. Exhale, float it down. Notice how that felt. Switch sides. Left arm reaches out and up. Notice how the hips want to move and twist with it. So now, keep your hips square, just like you did standing. Inhale, reach your right arm up, and you might not reach it as far this time. Keep pushing down through your supportive arm, your left. Exhale, lower down. Another good way to check is to reach out and then bring your hand onto your hips and just check to make sure they're square. Good. Slowly release. Inhale, lengthen forward. Shoulders back. Exhale, bend your knees, and now let your body hang down. So if your head doesn't naturally come down towards the floor, you can bend your knees a little bit and let yourself hang. You can use your hands for support or take opposite elbows. Let them dangle. Let your body sway side to side. Big breath in. Exhale. Slowly release your arms. Slide them onto your legs. Bend your knees generously. Slowly rise up. Good. Big breath in. Reach your arms up overhead. Exhale, hands float down. Turn your feet back in. Walk them in. Come back to where you started. We'll make our way towards the floor. Take your time moving to the floor slowly and carefully. Maybe even using a chair or the wall if you need to get down. We'll begin on our knees in a hands and knees position. So you may find more comfort kneeling on a blanket, curling it up. Start off finding a 4-point position. So basically the 4 points being your legs, both hips, your arms, both shoulders. You may move a little bit and find where feels like center. Starting off by engaging the fingertips a little bit so that you're not hanging out in the wrist. So subtle engagement there. Straight arms, shoulders pulled back away from the ears. And then the spine should be neutral. And I know it's hard to determine where that is if you don't have a mirror or somebody helping you. But basically, a slight upper curvature of this region, the thoracic region. The lumbar, of course, dips in downward. Notice your shoulders and your hips are square to the floor right now. Take a big breath in. As you exhale, tuck your chin and press into your hands a little bit more. Widen the upper back between the shoulder blades. Press up as much as you can, and then your lumbar spine will come into it as well. Your tailbone tucks under. Moving in the opposite direction, the tailbone untucks. Belly comes down, chest comes down, the head comes forward. And you can keep it looking somewhere in this region, just ahead of your hands, instead of lifting the head high, which is compressive for the cervical vertebrae. Again, deep breath in. Exhale, tuck the chin, press into your hands, widen the upper back, tuck the tailbone under. Inhale to move the opposite way. So you might find that your breathing cycle is a little bit faster. Move with your own breath. Good, and then find neutral spine again. Right arm reaches out to the side and up. As you exhale, slowly release and place it down. Inhale, left arm reaches out and up. Exhale, release. Notice how the hips want to move with it, so try to keep them square now. As you reach up, you may not reach your arm as far. Gentle engagement or squeeze of the right shoulder blade. Exhale, draw it down. Other side. Inhale, left arm reaches out and up. Exhale, down. Take the weight off your hands. Shift back to child's pose. You could even take your knees wider. Your arms could reach forward if you like. If your head doesn't reach the floor, you can place a little blanket here or take your hands right under your head or even making a fist. Other option is to use a block and slide it under your head. Take a big breath in. Widen the rib cage. Exhale, let it go. Rise up, walking your hands off to the right-hand side. So you're actually focusing more on your left side. Reach your left hand as far as you can get it. Your head may reach in that same direction, but resting on top of your arm. Breathe into your left side. Breathe into the rib cage. Take a full inhale. Exhale, relax. One more. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, rise up. Walk yourself back. Walk your hands over to the opposite side. Reach your right hand far, opening up into the rib cage. Breathe into it. Exhale, soften. Inhale, breath. Exhale. Good. Use your next inhale to walk yourself back. And now we'll make our way to our backs. Again, if it's uncomfortable to have your head on the floor, it can be nice to slide a blanket underneath, as long as it's not pushing your head up too much so that you have just enough support. Sometimes across the upper shoulders is nice too. Take a big breath in, breathe into the rib cage. Exhale, relax. Press your shoulder blades and your thoracic spine into the floor for a moment, and then let it go. Press your feet into the floor. Slowly lift up to bridge pose. Your thoracic spine peels off the floor. As you come down, push your thoracic spine into the floor. Push through the mid and down to the lower back. Tailbone touches last. So it's a rolling action, one vertebrae at a time. Inhaling up, tuck the tailbone, roll up, just like you did with the cat-cow. And as you come down, press your back into the floor, one vertebrae at a time. Good, one more, rolling up. Hold. Exhale, roll back down. Good, walk your feet out to the edges of your mat. Let both legs fall over to the right. Inhale, back up, over to the left. Moving with your own breath. Okay, bring your legs in, roll to the side. Again, you could use something for your head as a little pillow. This is another nice twist, keeping your arms and your legs together. And if that doesn't work, you can also put a little pillow or a block between your knees as well. As you inhale, reach your left arm back, and not only your arm, bring your shoulder blade back, shoulder towards the floor. Slowly come back. Inhale, open up. Exhale, back. Good, the last one. Roll open and hold. And you could even turn your hand in that direction. You can take your other arm to your leg and hold it, or even wrapping your legs. Relax here. Good. Slowly unwind. Rolling onto your back, switching sides. Roll all the way over. Your hands together, knees together. Inhale, open up, reach back with your right arm. Exhale, back to center, to your start position. Inhale, reach back. If your arm isn't reaching all the way, let your back go and maybe let your knee lift. Slowly return. One more, reach back and hold. Relax there. Surrender, melt into the position. Return back to start. And coming onto your back. Slide your legs out. Roll onto your side. Use your arm as a pillow. Slowly rise up to seated. Take a comfortable seat. You could be sitting on the floor, on a block, against the wall. Any position that's comfortable for you. Taking the time to just be is also really important. I hope you gathered some more useful tools today, particularly about the thoracic spine, thoracic cage, this beautiful, precious area that houses our heart and our lungs. Feel the space you've created for them. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Namaste.